Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's Captain Mike here. Merry Christmas, Merry early Christmas, Happy birthday Jesus, and Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Hanukkah, whatever God you believe in. It's gonna be a nice new year. Here today I'm reviewing the Ecoflow DeltaMax, the 2000 watt series. It's an inverter, solar powered inverter, which allows you to power whatever electronic device or utility that you seek to power. 2000 watts is the output on this puppy. We're gonna unbox it and see if it's as good as they say. Here we go. The inspiration for this is to use it for my food boat. I'm a big advocate of solar energy. I believe it's cheaper. It's if you can use the sun opposed to going to the gas station and filling up, why the hell not? You're gonna spend just as much money on a Honda generator, a 2000 kilowatt or a 2 kilowatt generator. We'll go over the price points and compare them all at the end of this video. So my initial thoughts is that it looks very pretty. To get all this technology, to have all this technology where it's basically a battery that can be charged with solar. Just in this nice compact little thing, it's pretty sweet. Get the box out of here. Comes with our accessories. It's gonna be our wiring for the inverters and whatever else. Put it on here. So wow, it says on the box it's 21 kilograms. Or is it to be exact? Weight 21.62 kilograms. So whatever that is in American units, comment down below. All right, here we are. So it's got 6 120 volt outlets on there. That's really good for what I'll be using it for, to power my food boat with all the utilities and whatever else. A deep chest freezer, which runs about 180 watts per hour. A couple hot dog steamers, blenders, things like that. I'm planning on basically using this to power all of that. It's also got a couple USB ports here. Right here on the back there's a cigarette lighter. That's pretty convenient. Let's try turning it on, see if there's any power to it yet. That's to turn the AC on. Okay, so wow, it does have a 30% charge. Out of the box. Technology on this thing is awesome, I gotta say. Nice user-friendly screen there. So it looks like you can just charge this thing up using a regular wall outlet. Just charge it up out your house if you don't want to use solar right away. From what I've read up on this, you can actually get it to 100% charge in like an hour. So I think it's called the surge setting. So that's really cool. So as I said earlier, you can charge this thing without solar. You can just plug it into the wall and charge it that way. If you knew there was like a storm coming or whatever, you just wanted to use it, you could just charge it in your house. Once you lose power, if that happens, you got basically this giant battery with 2000 watts. So we're going to show you how that works. You take this, which is provided, and you lift this little cover right here. As you can see, we've plugged it in, and you can in real time see the input. We got 2 hours left till a full charge.
It's at 32% right now. And you can see that 800, the average is about 800 for that input. And what's really cool is once you have solar, you can see in real time this thing being charged by the sun, and it's quite beautiful. Coming down a little bit, you have your USB chargers. You got 4 of those puppies. You got USB-Cs, 2 of them. And then if you come around the side here, there's also the extra battery ports, 2 of them. So you could purchase aftermarket a couple extra batteries from Ecoflow. 1 or 2, it doesn't matter, but they're about $1,000 each, and they give you about another kilowatt of storage capacity in the battery. Awesome stuff. So let's see what else came in the box with it. So we have some accessories here. Grab the handy dandy box opener here. Yeah, so this looks like the adapters for the micro inverter so that you can hook up the panels. In other words, the input from the sun, and it's going to turn those photons into basically usable DC electricity, which is really mind-blowing if you think about it. So if you guys don't know, what you'll want to do for the input on this is 800 watts going in. That's about two panels, so 2 400 watt panels. I recommend not buying the cheap stuff from Amazon. A lot of that stuff comes from China. It's made pretty cheaply. And listen guys, you just get what you pay for. If you spend a little bit more money and go with, let's say a Hanwha Q-Cell, they're a very good brand. They're made in America, and you're gonna find that those take a beating much more than the cheap thin ones. Not to knock Ecoflow, but they sell these foldable blanket type solar panels, and it just depends on your situation. You know, if you're going to be using this like I am on a more permanent structure on my houseboat, I'm obviously going to invest in some good panels and I'm going to take the time to drill them in. But if you're a more nomadic person, if you're using it for camping, it's understandable why you would want those blankets, those foldable panels, because they're more convenient. So depends on what you're using it for, obviously, like everything else. So I am a boating channel. I own a food boat, if you didn't know. It's like a food truck on the boat. So quick tidbit for the boaters, especially if you live 365 days out on the water and you're not already solar, I don't know what you're doing, but go solar, and I recommend this solar inverter right here, the DeltaMax, 2000 watts. They have higher ratings. They obviously get more expensive. Calculate the load that you're looking to power. So go through your boat, go through your house, and if it's your house, figure out what the essentials are that you need to power: your fridge, your oven, a couple wall chargers. Like, you're not going to be able to do everything, so but figure out what you absolutely need. And if you're smaller on a boat, figure out what everything would run in terms of a get a wattage number, and figure out what inverter would suit your exact needs. But it doesn't matter if you're one of those people that hangs out on the mooring for a day. This thing is awesome to have. Or if you're there for a couple days, this thing won't do you any wrong. What I really like about this is it's super quiet compared to a fossil fuel burning generator like a Honda 2KW or any other generator, or even propane. They're loud, for one. They're very loud, and if you're in a survival situation, let's just say it's World War III and there's an apocalypse situation, and you're living off the grid, you don't want people knowing where you are and coming to take your resources. This thing is very quiet. It's not going to make noise like a generator would.
Two, generators use gasoline, which is, unless you have an oil rig in your backyard, it's very difficult to get, and it goes bad. So even if you had a huge supply of it, that stuff does go bad after about 6 months. So with this, you know, as long as that sun is shining, you have energy, you have a source of electricity, and if the sun isn't shining, you're screwed either way. So that's why I really like this. It's a little bit of an upfront investment. Likewise with the generator though. And with generators, there's a lot of maintenance. I've ran with a generator for about 4 years now on my boat, and you got to do oil changes every year, twice a year even. Got to change the spark plugs just as often. It just gets real messy. You're buying all kinds of tools just for that one job, and it just, the maintenance with this is practically non-existent. You know, as you use it more and more, technically the power of it depreciates, you know, and you got to account for that with each use, with each charge, and every time you draw off of it, it gets just a little bit weaker. And so, you know, I guess you could say the shelf life might not be quite as long on something like this, opposed to, you know, these Honda generators, which have just passed the test of time. So I mean, that's pretty much it, guys. We got, like I said, there's the six outlets here. You can get quite a bit of stuff plugged into that. There's other videos out there online that really go into the load capacity of this, how much you're able to run off of it. And so in a nutshell, 2,000 watts, if you have, let's say, a little room heater, a space heater that uses 200 watts, that's gonna run for 10 hours straight, because 200 times 10 is 2,000. So you'll be able to run that thing for 10 hours. If it's something that uses less wattage, like charging an iPhone, you could probably charge an iPhone like 40 times from one of these full charge. So yeah, there's videos out there. We'll put a link in some of the descriptions below about what we think are the best recommended panels for this. We'll do another video of installing solar panels to this and on a structure to host those panels. And I hope you guys liked the video. This is the DeltaMax Ecoflow 2,000 watt solar inverter. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Look forward to more videos just like this.